corruption which is in the world through lust, through the knowledge of God. If you don't know and have knowledge, if you don't have the key, you walk in darkness. Yeah. Sometimes when the light is off, in my office or in my bedroom, by my subconsciousness, I know exactly everywhere and I can walk without the light. But it's dangerous. But as soon as you turn on the light, it's easier to move around. I pray that God will turn on your light. Because when you have light, you don't stumble. Somebody say, I hear you. The problem you and I have is the lack of light. Because when you have light, you don't stumble. If you can see, you won't step on a snake. But if there is a snake and you can't see, you step on it. Instead of praying for money, instead of praying for breakthrough, pray for light and pray for keys. Pray for revelation. Because when you have revelation, you function at a level different from all others. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I don't compete with anybody. I don't fight anybody. Yeah. I live in my own class. I operate differently. And it doesn't matter what you have. I'm not impressed about so many things because I understand. I understand a lot. I understand a lot. I was talking to a young preacher the other day. I said, young man, if you want to last, stop taking shortcuts in the kingdom. I said, if you want to last, stop trying to have the biggest church and breaking through overnight. I said, don't go that way. You will not last. Because so many came, went that way. They were big, they were huge, and they didn't last. They didn't last. There was a young evangelist during the time of Oral Roberts. He competed with Oral Roberts big time. He tried to build a tent. In those days, they operated in tents, tent meetings. Jacko, his name was Jacko. He built a huge tent, bigger than Oral Roberts' tent. And he came to meet Oral Roberts. And the media began to blow him up. The biggest tent in town, Jacko, evangelist Jacko, they blew him up. It went into his head. And he began to enjoy the fact that he was bigger. His tent was bigger than Oral Roberts. Jacko died at the age of 38 years. Oral Roberts lived and died at the age of 94. One time Oral Roberts was in the university and his student asked him, Mr. President, what do you want to be remembered for? He said, I want to be remembered as a man of God who lived and lasted for a long time. Come on, somebody. If you want to last, put your hands together and say yes. Yeah. And that is what I want to do. I want to last. I tell my children, they say, Papa, you forgive too much. You allow all kinds of strange people, you forgive. And I say, no. I have learned to give people a long rope and they hang themselves all the time. And sometimes they think I don't know. Sometimes they think I'm dumb. I was in Abidjan the other day with Apostle Odonko, my son. He's been with me for 30 years. He has his own church, doing very well. He used to be here. And we were talking, and he was telling the young men that were with us, some young guys and prophets, and he said, listen, none of you should underestimate Papa. He sees a lot, he knows a lot, but he doesn't talk. He just observes and acts like he doesn't know. And they didn't know I was here, and he said, listen, Papa, he knows a lot too. He can even listen to your foolishness and act like he's listening, but he knows you are erring. He won't talk. I know a lot. Sometimes some of you ask, why is this guy around Papa? Papa can't see. What's wrong? It's not that I can't see. I have learned to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes you never know who may turn around. So I give them the benefit of, even though they hurt me and they stab me at the back and exploit me, take advantage of me, and members of the church who won't listen to their father's voice and they will follow a gift and anointing. I don't say anything. And it's a matter of time. I've seen them all hang themselves. And I said to my children, I said, listen, one thing you must believe God for is longevity. If you live long enough, you will see all those people who exploit, take advantage, and try to do their own thing, and they are following money, and everything about money is getting money, and fame. I said, watch them, they don't last. They become big overnight, and it's just a matter of time, they disappear. Jacob, 38 years, he died. His ministry never made it. That was it. Alexander Dawe, he built Zion City. He's still standing there. Empty. Zion City. There's nothing there. Huge campus. A whole city in Arizona is there. Empty. And he was big in his days. He was fighting a woman of God. The two of them fought. And the woman sent a word and said, let me come and pray for you to get out of the wheelchair. He was so bitter, he would not humble himself to accept the offer of a sister who was operating in the supernatural, and God could have used her to heal him. He wouldn't accept it because he felt he was too big at that time. He died. His ministry withered. I have learned, and let it go on record, make no mistake, for those of you who think you know something that I don't know, you are joking. A lot of you, when you came on the scene, I was here. Before you came, I was. And you will pass and go, and I'll still be here. It's just a matter of time. I am patient. I am not in haste. I am not fighting or competing with anybody. I am running my own path. It is when Jesus comes we will know. But keep on being arrogant, keep on being proud, keep on blowing your horn. Like Revelation 3:17, you say, I am rich, I have increase in all things, I have need of nothing, and I don't need anybody. And God said, look at you, you are poor, naked, wretched, blind. Let's go on. Knowledge of all things gives you access. The access to the things that belong to you and I is guaranteed by the knowledge of the key. Say, I hear you. Come with me to Isaiah chapter 5 verse 13. Let's move fast.
Therefore my people are gone into captivity.
My people are gone into captivity.
Because they have no knowledge.
They lack the knowledge, the key of knowledge. They don't have the key of knowledge. Go ahead.
And their honorable men are famished.
Honorable men. Mm-hmm.
And their multitude dried up with thirst.
Dried up with thirst. Because they lack the key of knowledge. They don't have it. From today, you will not be in captivity anymore. I declare you are coming out of captivity by the key of knowledge. And if you believe it, put your hands together and shout, yes.